Previously on Duke City Championship Wrestling. Our show kicked off with Valak Vile facing off against the exciting Chris Watson, one fall to a finish, while the malevolent Magic Man found his hands full with a more than capable opponent. The contemptuous Conjurer made good on an earlier threat, blasting the unwitting Watson with his confetti cannon, drawing the DQ loss and unleashing a heretofore unseen vicious streak, pummeling his opponent with his wicked wand after the bell. In our main event, the stakes were as high as they've ever been, as Charlie 50 championed the cause of the contemptible Matthew Robles against Tommy Test, fighting for the future of our beloved Commissioner Chris Burnett. The fury of Tommy Test would not be denied in this matchup, as he overpowered his opponent and looked to have the match in hand. But an unexpected appearance from the infamous Tyler Copeland turned the tide of battle, as he blindsided Tommy Test with the DCCW Championship belt, costing him the match and costing our commissioner his position. What does this mean for the future of Duke City Championship Wrestling? Stay tuned, fans, and find out.
Hi and hello and welcome to Duke City Championship Wrestling. Historic downtown outfit for the historic El Rey Theater. Of course, I am Fabulous Freddie Fame, and alongside Gambino. You're coming off with an introduction, a stutter, a man high. He makes the show go around. Doors open at 6 here at the El Rey. They are performing live. We're excited for the inclusion, not just in the pre-show, but in the Gabe. Welcome to your second day. Or at least on the broadcast of Championship Wrestling.
Everything I get to Duke City Championship Wrestling is incredible. I
agree completely. We're going to kick this. Not quite yet are we to the semis. Not quite yet are we in that position. Also, the aftermath, the fallout from last week, firing. Matthew Robles coming in, running shop. It's not fair. It's not fair what's happening in the emotions of Duke City Championship Wrestling fan.
It's been absolutely in shambles.
And if you love emotion, you're going to love next, as Mr. Happy is going to face El Diablo Blanco, as Migra made their way back to town without my permission. With all that said, we'll send it over to...
And we are back, wrestling fans, and it is once again my privilege to be interviewing the unique Happy the Klown. Now, Happy, you've got a match tonight against El Diablo Blanco. Now, it's already been well established that you bring some very unorthodox methodology to the wrestling ring. And what do you have planned in store for your opponent tonight?
When it comes to tonight, El Diablo Blanco, I'm gonna tell you this, dude. You're just gonna be treated like a speed bump. Because me and Hot Dog and Big Red here, we have bigger fish to fry. And I'm not gonna let this dude stop me from my rampage, my tirade, dude. Did you see what Tony did to me?
Yeah, Turbo Tony, some underhanded tactics in your last match.
I've had enough, man. I've got a 1-2 record here in my hometown, dude, at DCCW. It's not gonna stand. So El Diablo Blanco and anybody else back there that wants some of this? All right, dude.
There's Happy the Clown. What? I mean, I'm flattered, but I've never had any sort of administrative. I don't have the experience. Back to you guys.
The experience backstage as a musician, right? I'm an outsider. Oh my God. It's tense. I only came out here to comment. It's so tense back there.
I know more than fans in the building that would like to not just pop you in the nose, but pop your back if the tension's too high.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know a chiropractor? I got in my spine, bro.
Don't know
Terrible.
if you really do.
I the government for it. It's great. I'm still injured, by the way, government, if you're listening.
I tell you're injured. I watch you walk around. let's let the crowd tell you about this one.
We already know. This is a fan CW. Oh, yeah. Backstage, the nicest guy. A bit weird, but he's great.
Hailing from 7 rubber chicken stall, 7 watch out for his feet. I'm telling everyone, but I guess I will. Happy 100% believes that Larry exists.
Oh, you know what? I've been on the fence my whole life about Larry, you know? I believe in Larry David.
Well, you know, Mr. Happy confuses a punchline with an action.
I've seen it. Again, you know, when you're the musician, you know, and you pull up, they're in the parking lot. This is them.
They're weird.
This is them.
Mr. Happy, the hero of so many children far and near.
Mr. Happy FaceTimed me, and he had the makeup on. I was like, bro, the event's on Thursday. It's Tuesday.
You know I host 2 Men On here in beautiful and historic Albuquerque, New Mexico on our CBS Sports affiliate, 95.9 FM and AM 610.
Absolutely.
Mr. Happy came in to do a little promotion for DCCW at 4 in the afternoon on a Monday. He is the gimmick.
He is.
Both competitors match up mid-ring. Diablo Blanco showing strength early over Mr. Happy.
He's got 325, man. That's a lot of man.
Watch out for his DOA. You'll recognize it as a discus clothesline. Now the thing about Diablo,
he's inflating.
He's not as big.
There we go.
Okay, what is that?
He blew himself up like a balloon, and I see if that does anything. Nope, that doesn't.
Obviously, he brings the heat for Migra, and we saw just how devastating they were last episode when Matthew Robles and Charlie 50 all but banished Chris Burnett from DCCW, removing his commissioner title.
I tried calling him. He didn't answer. I haven't heard from him.
My understanding is no one has heard from him. Mr. Happy underneath, rabbit holes him. Diablo Blanco goes down. Has both legs locked. Going to work the near knee. Perhaps that's the thigh. Looks like one piece up and down.
That's a lot of ligaments. And Mr. Happy, you know, really nice dude, very violent. Very violent.
Very nice dude, very violent.
Yeah, it's weird because I don't have a horse in any race here, and it's crazy. But it's like you can always tell who the bad ones are, you know.
Right.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you, he's on a path of destruction on his ligaments right now.
Working that
the
one
ACL,
knee.
LCL, the meniscus it's got to be torn.
And you can see Diablo Blanco.
Oh, he's looking like I do when I run.
Well, and this is what you do when you knock down a tree. You take out the trunk.
Oh yeah.
Gabe Gambino joining me, Fabulous Freddie Fame, on the broadcast for Duke City Championship Wrestling, and we're kicking off tonight with Diablo Blanco versus Mr. Happy.
Really working those legs. It takes away the power too. I watch fights sometimes.
You know, it's a vulnerable position Diablo Blanco is in. And he catches both heels to the midsection, and if that one doesn't hit right, there's a conversation to be had about just exactly how lawful of a move that is.
Oh yeah, I'd see a urologist if I was the White Devil over here, you know. Oh my God, look at that! It's like he's like a jersey barrier, you know.
What is that?
That's a military term. I was in the Army, you know. But they stop a car like dead in its tracks, you know.
What?
And this man just stood there while Happy ran at him, and he just clobbered him.
I thought a jersey barrier was the poof that Snooki used to put on top of her head to keep me away. Mr. Happy up and on the apron, and we know that ringside apron right there, that's the hardest part of the ring.
Oh, yeah. No, when we were playing, I tried to jump in there, and then.
Please don't touch my ring, Gabe. Please.
I couldn't help it. We try to up the ante here. You know, we're like, hey, this is gonna be a high energy show. We got to be a high energy band. You know.
Well, and you know, when we do our TV recordings, it's 8 matches in a night, broken up into 4 episodes, dispersed over the course of the month on Comcast Channel 26, locally here in Albuquerque, obviously our YouTube affiliates. But if La Migra goes undefeated tonight here in Albuquerque, this crowd of 400 might riot.
Oh, yeah. It feels like a lot more. I don't know if you can hear it through our microphones, but it is.
It might be more.
Oh, my God.
By 24 or so. And, yep, there you go.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what he said, but it sure sounded racist, probably.
Pin attempt there, not hit.
Oh, no.
I do believe that Diablo Blanco is anti-clownmatic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a prejudice against clowns, you know.
Mr. Happy off the rope, and as you called it, he's the Jersey Joker.
Well, Diablo Blanco is treading on him, as one would say. He specifically asked not to be treaded on, but he's treading on someone else right now, and that's.
Now the interesting part here is because Mr. Happy is made of Laffy Taffy, you would think that he would be able to push through this type of thing, but his apparel, his ring gear broken.
Oh my God!
Just one
just
strap.
Falling off of him.
El Diablo into the corner, and that top ring buckle will leave an impression. Oh, just cannot counter.
Oh my God!
It's
the man's he's a brick house. Let's say it.
La Migra about to go back to back on the night.
Oh,
I'll tell you what I love so very much, and I don't know if this will translate to the TV broadcast, and I apologize if it doesn't. When fans get up here at the historic El Rey and they move throughout, if it's the restroom or concessions or merchandise or any of the things that we have available, our many amenities. In fact, October the 19th, our next live event, we're going to have caricature artists here.
Oh my God.
But there's always one eye on the ring from everyone, no matter how they move throughout.
So this is my son Jackson's here right now, and
Welcome, Jackson.
It's his first wrestling show.
Plopped in the middle of the ring, the pin count. No, oh! Little showboating from Diablo Blanco as he just wants to devastate further.
Oh man, he's putting salt in it. He's putting salt in that wound right now. I got to tell you, there's not a person here that's not.
Can the ropes withstand Diablo Blanco from the second? Up, down.
Oh my God.
He misses it.
Oh my God. That. I thought we were going to lose a ring for a second. Oh, Mr. Happy. He's got the look in his eye right now.
I think the only time Diablo Blanco has ever lost a ring was through divorce. Mr. Happy hits him with the knee to the jaw and still can't level the big man.
Oh, my God.
He's Mount Diablo Blanco now as he just refuses to go down. And again.
Oh, my God. He finally did it.
Side Russian leg sweep brings him down. It should be over.
Oh, my God.
It is.
Mr. Happy. Again, a real nice guy. He's super cute.
Mr. Happy.
I think we had a riot on our hands.
Gabe, thank you for joining me to start this program. Dan Mayfield will take over for you in the main event.
Absolutely.
Final words as you exit this broadcast?
Hey, you know what? If you're a fan of Man High and you follow us, there's no reason you shouldn't be at these shows.
Yeah.
That's the most Man High you get for your buck. But also, wrestling.
Wrestling.
The best wrestling. I mean, somebody actually thanked me earlier that was here for telling him about the show.
Love it. Gabe Gambino, thank you so very much. You will vacate. Dan Mayfield will join us. Mr. Happy, the victor. And don't forget, you can catch Man High October the 19th right here at the historic El Rey Theater.
Once again, thank you for having me. We'll see you next time.
Duke City Championship Wrestling is back, everybody. And right now, I will be interviewing Turbo Tony. Now, Tony, before this match happened, Happy the Clown had some fairly harsh invective for you regarding your match last time. So, what would you have to say to a very angry clown who wants you back in the ring?
Happy the Clown guy with the face paint, red, all these weird colors in his hair and everything.
That's him, yes.
Is he just mad that I beat him? I mean, last I checked the record, which I beat him right in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3. I mean, that's what everybody else saw. So, I mean, if he's salty about that for whatever reason and he wants a rematch, I mean, okay, I've got bigger and better things going on right now. I'm about to go win a championship, keep my undefeated streak going. I don't know if you've noticed, I'm undefeated in DCCW. Nobody's beat me yet, including this clown.
You are absolutely speaking the truth, Turbo Tony. But I do find it necessary to point out that your opponent tonight, the Mighty Thunder, is also undefeated. Now, as the adage goes, somebody's O has got to go, and you facing a similarly undefeated opponent, another man who has never known the bitter draft of defeat. How do you plan to change that tonight?
Well, I'm gonna let you in on a secret right here. See, Thunder, he's basically just trying to copy me. I'm a younger, better-looking version of Thunder. He's got a beard, I've got a beard. He's got a bald head, I look better bald. He's a record holder. We also share the same record, which is also interesting. We share a Guinness World Record. But tonight, it's fitting that we come together in this place and we have so much in common so that I can actually put him down once and for all and show him who's actually better.
Well, there you have it, folks. Turbo Tony hoping to cruise to victory.
No hope. There's no hope involved. That's just what's happening tonight.
And off camera, Turbo Tony has given me the following instructions to mention that tonight Thunder will get struck.
There it is.
Back to you, folks.
Welcome back to beautiful and historic Albuquerque, New Mexico, and the beautiful and historic El Rey Theater. Joining me on the broadcast as we introduce the championship belt to the audience for the second time.
Woohoo!
Voice your public address of the New Mexico Highlands Cowboys, also Duke City
Gladiators.
Duke City Gladiators, as I almost went into Duke City Championship Wrestling mode.
Right?
Dan Mayfield joining me on the broadcast.
Oh, it's wonderful to be here, Fred. Thank you for inviting me to come on out. I was loving watching this.
Yes.
I love watching Happy.
Yes.
Because he is young, dumb, and full of comedy.
Yeah, he is out of control, and I don't know if you say that in a good way or a bad way.
By the way, who is
we're getting a little ruckus here early. I don't know if you saw that.
I have been very disappointed tonight in the level of officiating.
It's not been good.
No, they have been. Turbo Tony is out here, and Turbo Tony is ready to do his thing.
His entrance music is playing. He's making his way to the ring.
They are not letting poor Turbo Tony. I know we all hate the guy.
Everyone. Just physically look at him and Mr. Happy kind of scuffling a little bit.
Right.
Maybe Turbo Tony thought Mr. Happy was taking an extra second to vacate the ring.
I think Turbo Tony needs to control his ambitions a little bit.
Yeah.
He is a little bit too overeager, and last time I was here, he was calling the audience fat.
Yes.
He was making fun of all of us out here. Like, he's a great wrestler. If he could just control that ego of his, he could keep it all in check.
And we'll throw it to Adam Merrick.
Weighing in at 200 pounds.
If he's 200 pounds, I'm 180.
Tony.
Dan Mayfield joining me, Fabulous Freddie Fame, live from the historic El Rey Theater. We're wrapping up tonight's broadcast with the semifinals of the Road to the Championship. Duke City Championship Wrestling will coin their first champion after tonight, and Turbo Tony and Thunder is going to be about as exciting as a semifinal as you could have here, Dan.
This is going to be an amazing one. I think Turbo Tony's been on a roll. I think he's 35-0. It's his record right now.
I believe he would tell you that.
I think, yes. I think his record is 35-0, and that's this year. That's in the last 6 months. His record is 35-0. I think he wrestles every 6 days.
The Duke City Championship Wrestling live chat says Turbo Tony's font is like a Teletubby, and I love it.
And we are back, wrestling fans, and the semifinals of the Duke City Championship Wrestling inaugural championship tournament are underway. And next to me right now, we have the mighty Thunder. Now, Thunder, you have a similarly undefeated opponent that you'll be standing across the ring from tonight in Turbo Tony. And how are you going to make this happen?
Can you hear that? Can you see that? Can you feel? Whoa. Sorry. Richie!
Goodness gracious.
Richie! All I gotta say is tonight, Turbo Tony is just gonna be another detour on my way to the championship. Tony, I know you're undefeated, I'm undefeated, but only one could say that way, and it's gonna be me. Sorry about that, man. Richie, let's go.
Ow, damn. Back to you guys.
Thunder, as he makes his way to the ring, sporting the Zia over the left eye and exciting the crowd. We'll let it speak for itself for a second, Dave.
This is Thunder.
He calls that tool he brings with him the Fixer.
I got to see this tool up close.
Yes.
I don't think it's quite like my Leatherman.
Like we did there. Public address for the Duke City Gladiators, public address for New Mexico Highlands University football. Dan Mayfield joining me on the broadcast. Now, rumor has it you and Turbo Tony have crossed paths outside the wrestling ring.
I race motorcycles, and so does Turbo Tony.
Okay.
And we have tangled on the racetrack. He is not to be trifled with on the racetrack.
I'd like to
No, I'm totally lying. He's slow as an old lady.
Yes.
He's a slow old lady motorcyclist, and yeah, he says he's a big fan of Red Bull, and that's why he's got the Red Bull racing style leather pants. And anybody who loves Max Verstappen can eat it in my book because I'm a Hamilton fan, right?
Turbo Tony gets the action started early. Before
going
the bell
at
rings.
it.
He doesn't even let Thunder take off his garb, his ring entrance gear, and immediately with shots to the back of the head, and he literally knocks the shirt off of him, Dan.
I can't believe Turbo Tony's starting with the kick. That really isn't his strongest move, but you know, maybe he's going easy on Thunder to begin with. I'm not sure.
Well, and you see the way.
But Thunder really, I think he was called that because of his sharp right jab. His jab and his, like, there it is, right? The jab and the haymaker. Thunder's haymaker comes and brings it every single time.
Turbo Tony picks up the Fixer, and the referee Kyle trying to take it from here. And, well, not unlike Turbo Tony to try to find a shortcut, not just on the racetrack, but here in the
he
Duke
goes
City
on the
Championship.
infield, on the racetrack, on the infield a lot. You know, he just takes the dirt path.
I wish we could, in the world of motorsports, take the muffler from his motorcycle and put it right on Turbo Tony's mouth.
That would help him a lot in gaining fan support here, because really, he may be a fine wrestler, but he's just kind of a jerk to everybody who's watching.
That's okay. The Fixer took ref Kyle to the ground, as only Thunder can really handle the weight of it.
You know, I blame the commissioner. I think it's all Chris's fault, I think, tonight.
As you know, Chris, released from the company due to his loss to Matthew Robles, his contender, Charlie 50. We were without a commissioner, Dan.
For years, I think, right?
I have no idea where we're going.
But I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at Turbo Tony like, see, he could get the crowd on his side and have them help him. Instead, he's like, no, screw you guys. I'm going to totally just throw Thunder into the rail.
Well, and in a match between Turbo Tony and Thunder, you know, this match is just for men, because neither of them have a single hair on top of their head.
That's very true. These two guys are pumping full of testosterone.
Yeah, they put a little bit of dye in the beard.
Yeah.
Working the shoulder is
But I love those moves that Thunder has. He has those nice little, like, subtle things. Like, he just grabbed Tony's hand and made him slap himself in the face. They're like the best, like, older brother jerk moves. Like, I love that Thunder can do that kind of stuff.
Well, and they have a familiarity with each other like brothers, but I'm going to tell you, they have a rivalry like arch nemesis.
It goes back a long time.
Years.
And I think that really comes from both of them being from here.
Yeah, it's a big part.
And it really is. I don't know what high schools they went to from here.
Well,
but
Thunder, we were able to put in front of our local NBC affiliate, KOB, did a nice expose on him, told his story. I do know the reaction from Turbo Tony was, why not me?
Right. Tony believes in all of that stuff. See, Tony can never close it.
Pin attempt there
He
from
needs
Turbo
to get
Tony.
in there and just close that action, and he can't do it.
Shot to the top of the head.
Not a bad move there. Not a bad move.
Oh, a little vanity pin.
Yeah.
No good as Thunder kicks out.
Thunder can kick out all that stuff. Hell, I could kick out of that.
Okay, here you see it on the replay. Turbo Tony gets Thunder up.
He does have the nice body slam on that, though, on the replay. Good, You can see that Tony really has been working out more. I think he's been hitting the gym a little bit harder. Thunder looks like he's been hitting the...
hits him with the running heel.
I think Thunder's been hitting the Bud Lights a little bit harder there.
Thunder has Tony down.
I think it's only a matter of time, though, before Thunder just keeps just wearing away at him. There's one, he's just wearing away at Tony. And I think
if he can,
he's already tired. He's fatigued. He's rolling around. Thunder still looks like he's got plenty of energy in him.
Well, and eventually, is that Matthew Robles that just came ringside? I can't believe this, Dan.
As long as La Migra doesn't come back, I think we're okay.
He
just throwing him right out of the ring. Well, come on, Tony. Get him in, make it a fair fight. Well, and throwing him onto the mat outside.
The last time Turbo Tony was out here, Robles came out as well. So it wouldn't be a surprise to me if Matthew Robles again recruiting and Turbo Tony refuses to dive. Scared of heights is Turbo Tony. I don't know if you know.
I don't know what Tony's yelling about. I'm trying to figure out what he's yelling about.
And you see it on the replay there through the middle rope and off the ring apron onto the padded floor. It's just a 1-inch gym mat is down there. It's a tumbling mat for children, Dan.
I'm expecting Thunder to come back really mad after being thrown out of the ring. We'll see. Oh, keeps getting him thrown right out. Tony couldn't handle it, though.
Robles still looming.
Come on, Tony. Tony's got he seems like he's really got the technique down tonight more than he did last month.
Thunder calling for support as he goes to the middle and perhaps top rope.
Middle rope for now.
He points at Matthew Robles. Is there a conversation between those two? As Turbo Tony takes a second to smell his own salt. From the top, the middle rope.
No, Turbo caught him in midair like he was a fly ball to third base.
The TKO, Kyle goes down. Tony goes for the pin, but there's no referee. I mean, Kyle's down. Yeah, Kyle took a shot.
I was so distracted by Robles that I didn't even see there was no zebra. I don't know what happened to the zebra.
Kyle attempting to recover on the apron. Thunder down. Tony putting a heel on Kyle, the ref. Can Thunder hit the lightning spear right here? Off the ropes.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, bam.
It's over.
Took him down.
If Kyle can recover, this one's in the books for Thunder, and Turbo Tony will. And still no referee. Matthew Robles with a conversation.
Now Robles and Thunder are just toying with Tony. I feel bad for Tony now because he's just getting toyed with no official to stop the shenanigans.
And Hobo Hank.
Oh, now we have somebody stepping in.
This is interesting. Hobo Hank, longtime nemesis of Matthew Robles. He comes from the back. Robles has no clue. He pushes Robles into Thunder. Is that what happened? Tony goes for the pin. Kyle's not there. There's going to be
no referee to call.
He's making his way back.
The referee's coming in.
Obviously, you wouldn't expect contact from Robles to Thunder, and hits him with the swinging
All I know is
cutter.
Tony owes Hobo Hank a pizza.
What has just happened?
Turbo Tony takes the win in a surprise upset, I think, tonight.
What did Thunder do wrong in a past life to deserve this? The win.
I don't know. We're talking to our friend Sam over here.
Joining us
is
behind us in the broadcast booth, Dan.
And it is Turbo Tony pulling this one out of the dumpster fire that it was. And he looks like he got hurt, though. I think, is that his pancreas? What What organ is he grabbing?
Well, in a rare appearance, you saw it there. To try to get him away from ringside into Thunder.
In the replay, you can see these shenanigans happen. I think that the commissioner needs to stand up and make sure that Hobo Hank stays back there and Robles stays back there.
Oh my gosh, so much left to be seen.
We need to put cameras in the dressing room because I need to see what's going on back
that's
there.
That's unsanctioned. We can't. Dan Mayfield.
Is that against DCCW rules to have cameras in the dressing room to see what these guys are doing back there?
I think it's more against moral code, but yes. Dan Mayfield, thank you for joining me on this broadcast. Thank you so very much for joining the Duke City Championship Wrestling family.
I love to be here, man. This is great. I am here every month, and I've been watching these guys, and I'm really hoping that there's Turbo Tony walking right in front of the broadcast booth right here.
He's making his
Turbo
way
Tony
to the display bracket on the wall to fill out his own name.
Oh,
Dan, your final thoughts on tonight's action?
I think that this was one of the greatest matches that I've seen yet tonight because it looked like Turbo Tony was in the middle of a dumpster fire, and he pulled it out at the very last second. Although that was thanks to Hobo Hank coming in.
You see Turbo advancing himself on the bracket. Dan, final words before we cut this one loose.
Come next month, I want to see that bracket filled out. I want to see who wins this belt.
Dan Mayfield in his Sunday finest. Thank you so very much.
My motorcycle T-shirts.
Everyone here at Duke City Championship Wrestling, for Dan Mayfield, I, of course, am Fabulous Freddie Fame. Good job, everyone. GG.